Now, the thing about being the last speaker, you have two ways of looking at this. Either everybody is tired, so you put the least interesting towards the end because nobody's listening anyway. Or this is a football match and they're putting in the best players towards the end. I don't know which one it is, but I'll try to do my best keeping you interested.
It's a football match.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Pandora Jewelry. This is where it started in 1982 in Copenhagen, Denmark. It's the small Monaco shop you can see there in the background. It was founded by Per and Vinnie Enevoldsen, and it was a small multi-branded shop that was selling all kinds of jewelry to Danish customers. Now, Per, he got quite frustrated because he couldn't find quality jewelry at the time. So he decided to pack up and move to Thailand, where he opened up a small garage operation, starting to produce jewelry in literally a garage and shipping it back to Denmark to be sold in this Monaco shop. So from there, and 28 years later, this company was listed in New York, and it was listed in Copenhagen as well. A tremendous journey, which we unfortunately don't have time to talk about today. So I'll give you the executive summary of what happened in those 28 years. So it was founded in 1982, and since then we are now present in more than 70 countries across 6 continents. Our cornerstone is a collectible charm bracelet. I'll show it to you a bit later. But we are also a full jewelry company, so we do produce and sell rings, earrings and necklaces as well. Our position, which is very important for us, is within affordable luxury. And when I talk to Andrea about luxury, we don't share the same view on luxury. It has to take at least 6 weeks. So this is not bespoke jewelry, it's affordable luxury. So we control the entire value chain from the factories out into the stores, which means that we control the quality and we try to keep it at an affordable price to make it available to as many people as possible. So if you have 100, 150 euros to spend, then Pandora is a very good place to go in and indulge in some affordable luxury. As I said, we're vertically integrated, so we design in-house, we produce through 6 of our factories. We have 8,000 employees producing and hand finishing these jewelries coming out of Thailand and supporting the entire world. The boring financial part, but there might be people in here that are interested in it. The latest financial guidance, we're a public listed company, so I can't speak too much. But the latest guidance is that we're going to reach a revenue of close to $2 billion with a margin of more than 35%. Our market cap right now is just over $11 billion and we're trading at a PE ratio of over 23. So, this is what we do. This is the cornerstone of our business. This is what you can say broke Pandora some 10, 12 years ago when we started to become very, very popular. It's a charm bracelet made in sterling silver, and we have over 700, I think we're actually closing in on 800 different charms with different meanings. And this allows women to design their own bracelet and carry memories around their wrists. So this could be marriage, this could be when they graduated, this could be when they got their first boy. And all of it, you can then carry your memories around your wrist and design it. And with so many options, you very rarely run into other women that has the same bracelet. And we all know how women, they hate arriving at a party and there's somebody wearing the same dress as you. This is not the case here. So here is our revenue split as of this year. So we call it the Americas. So North and South America represents a very big share of our business. It's in excess of 40%. Our business in US is over 10 years old by now. So I wouldn't call it mature, but we are very, very well represented in the US. So it's a big and very important market for us. Europe is still our biggest region, flanked or fronted by the UK and Germany as the more mature markets, and we have Italy and France coming up and becoming a significant share of our business. Asia Pacific, where we are today, is today 12% of our business. which is comparative a smaller share, but we also have a shorter history. We opened up our business in Hong Kong just 5 years ago, and I would say it's only the last 3 that really matters for us in Asia, because like any other Western company, we arrived and we set up shop in Hong Kong, and then we said to ourselves, what are we going to do now? Let's open some shops, let's do some marketing, we can use whatever we have in Europe, let's just do that, and then I'm sure it's going to be a success. We went through 2 years of learning process with that, so it took us about 2 years to get up and running with the organization and have a proper look at product design and marketing, which I'll speak a bit about later. So, why is Asia Pacific interesting for Pandora? Well, I hope I don't have any competitors in the audience. If I do, you probably already know this. So, last year China became the world's biggest jewelry company and superseded the US for the first time ever, which was a very, very big event. The Chinese market, and you know how it is with access to proper information coming out of China, but it's estimated at roughly $86 billion US. So it's already significantly bigger than the US market. Comparatively, we have Hong Kong. The Hong Kong numbers here are including expensive gifts, so we can call that 4 to 5 billion as a jewelry market, and Japan about 10 billion. I think the interesting part here, because those are just numbers, are towards the end of the slide where you can see the comparison to the US market and to the UK market. So the Japanese market is roughly the same size as the UK market, and China is now bigger than the US. What's even more interesting, and if you believe the McKinsey consultants that did this research, is that if you look ahead at the jewelry business, then 80% of the future growth in the global jewelry business is going to come from Asia. So, as you can perhaps imagine, when I'm attending a board meeting in Denmark and we're looking a little bit at where Pandora is heading, we have a relatively small share part of the global business, and this place, Asia, is where the growth is going to come from. So, absolutely no pressure on my shoulders. So this is our setup today. We are chiefly today a distribution or master franchise, you can also call it setup. We are in 12 markets, so we are in every single significant market in the region today, starting from in the northeast, South Korea, Japan, Greater China, in China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Macau. Hong Kong is the only market right now in Asia where we own the distribution. So when after you've been buying shoes today, you want to walk in and buy something either for yourself or for your wives back home, because you've been gone for too long, so you have to bring her a present. When you walk into one of those Pandora stores, those will be our stores, and we fully operate them. We own the staff, we own the leases, etc. Southeast Asia, coming down, Singapore, very important market as the gateway to Southeast Asia, but also Malaysia and Thailand are quite important markets for us as well. So, Hong Kong, our beloved Hong Kong. We arrived 5 years ago, and as I said, it's really the last 3 years that counts. We have today 15 stores in Hong Kong, evenly spread on Hong Kong Island and the Kowloon side. We have about 110 staff operating these stores, and we are in charge of all the marketing, branding, supply chain, everything running in and out of Hong Kong today. Culture, or local celebrities, or having local relevance is really the way forward. So what you want to do, or what we wanted to do, was not to redefine our brand in Hong Kong. We wanted a big, strong global brand, but we wanted to connect on a local level. So here's an example that's actually from last week. We opened our new flagship store on I Square, and we had a traditional lion dance and lion eye dotting ceremony for those of you local here. This is an event where you wish good luck for the business, for a prosperous business. So we had a very local and cultural event at a very international branded shop opening. We were also attended by, and I'm told she's very famous, Gigi, which is standing to my right, and Sonia from Taiwan. So also trying to connect with local celebrities to make it even more relevant. Another example, this is from Queens Road. We opened that earlier this year. So also one of our flagship stores. And by making or focusing us on this local relevance, you also see that we have attracted a lot of media attention. So any of you reading Hong Kong media, I would hope that you have stumbled upon Pandora, because we spent a lot of time, a lot of efforts on promoting the Pandora brand to the local media as well. Also, from a marketing standpoint, we have specifically chosen not to target tourists. It's not that we don't want to sell to tourists, we do, but the local relevance goes through everything that we do. So our marketing strategy, our marketing plan, the money that we spent here is 90% going towards the Cantonese population. We don't want to become dependent on tourists. We know how fickle tourism is, especially right now coming in from mainland China. So everything that we've done in our marketing plans, in our PR activities, has been targeted at Hong Kong. Everything that we do in China is targeted at mainland China and so forth. Also, of very, very high importance or big priority for us is online, digital and social media. Pandora is a jewelry brand. We are not like Chow Tai Fook. So we don't do bridal. We don't do high-end diamond rings. So we're more of a lifestyle brand, if you want. So you can more call us a fashion jewelry brand, but still selling only precious jewelry. So we have a lot of repeat business. So if you buy a ring in Chow Tai Fook or Tiffany's, you might not be back for another year, or 2, or 3, or whenever you got divorced and have to pick up a new one. In Pandora, it's typical for our customers to stop by once a month. Some stop by once every week. So have a look at what arrived, what news arrived, what can I pick up to just restyle my bracelet. Maybe I had an anniversary last week. I'd like to celebrate that with a small piece of jewelry, not too expensive, but of a good quality. So by that, we have a lot of interaction, and interaction is important digitally and on social media. So we put a lot of attention on this. And again, for staying locally relevant. Just as a comparison, so if we look at Facebook in Hong Kong, we right now have 104,000 followers or likes or fans, whatever you call it. We like to compare ourselves to Swarovski and Tiffany. Of course, Tiffany is a bit higher positioned brand that we are. But right now in Hong Kong, we have by far the largest amount of followers, and they are also the most engaged. So this we put a lot of attention on. We are also one of the only brands, you can see those that are starred. They don't have a local Facebook page. They have a globally adopted page that they run. We do everything in Cantonese. Customer service. Fia, you spoke a lot about this, so I can skip it completely, right? It's very, very important. And I would say, not to only speak positively today, you can also talk a bit about the challenges in Hong Kong. The challenges in Hong Kong is finding good retail staff and retaining good retail staff. We spoke about that earlier as well. There is very, very little unemployment in Hong Kong. We can almost call it full employment. And retail staff, they have a tendency to jump. So they leave a brand for another brand if they can make another $500. I would probably do the same. But this is the market we operate in. So we have put a lot of effort and resources into training and career planning for the first 25-year-old shop assistant that comes in, gets a new job in a Pandora store. The week after, we'll start mapping out her career plan. I'm told to hurry up. Going for the knockout. So, does it all work for Pandora in Hong Kong? The local relevance, the focus on what we do here. The red line, and it's no secret that the jewelry business in Hong Kong is not that great right now. So this includes everything from luxury to fine jewelry. As of March, we've had a negative growth in Hong Kong on a like-for-like basis. But Pandora hasn't seen the same. On the contrary, we have been trading at not double but triple-digit growth. So we must be doing something right. And one, I think, is the positioning within the affordable luxury. The world economy is under pressure. Affordable luxury is very sought after. And I would say second thing is our focus on local relevance and dialogue. Good. Last slide. I'll hurry up. So, what role does Hong Kong play for our regional strategy? Well, it plays every single role. Hong Kong is our head office for the region. We sit about 80 people in the office, and we have about 110 office staff. So everything we do in region Asia is starting out in Hong Kong. So all marketing planning, PR planning, online social media, everything I showed you earlier today is born here and then exported. I'm not saying that what we do in Hong Kong works in Tokyo, because it doesn't, but the ideas, they come from here, and we then export that idea and localize it in Japan, Tokyo, Shanghai, China, or in Singapore. Store design and planning, all stores that opens up in Asia, we have in excess of 220 now. They're designed here. And everything else in terms of supply chain, financial planning is also done from here. So that was a very quick one, 15 minutes. It's not a lot of time to give you an introduction, but I hope it was well worth it. Thank you.